Hello everyone, and welcome to TechSphere Academy. This week, our reporter pool is diving straight into our top 5 news stories of the week, starting with this exciting adventure games announcement.
Kicking off this week's news, it's time to get ready for a thrilling adventure as Elden Ring Nightreign promises to deliver the most challenging co-op gameplay yet. Set to release in 2025, this spin-off title will immerse players in the mysterious world of Limveld, an ever-changing landscape. In this 3-player co-op experience, players will face a day-night cycle where each new day brings tougher challenges and powerful bosses. The map shrinks as night's tide settles, forcing players to confront a boss, making every run unique and intense. Choose from 8 characters and level up with runes, but beware. Death resets your progress, keeping the stakes high. New and returning enemies, fresh bosses, and improved mobility with wall jumps and speed enhancements await you. Although the story remains shrouded in mystery, the gameplay promises to be as captivating and demanding as ever. Surprisingly, Elden Ring Nightreign will be available on both current and previous generation consoles, ensuring everyone can join the adventure. Wishlist the game on Steam and PlayStation now, and stay tuned for pre-order updates as the release date approaches. Dive into the atmospheric world of Elden Ring Nightreign and experience the ultimate test of skill and strategy. Moving right along to number 4 this week. Imagine creating stunning images with just a few taps on your iPhone. iOS 18.2 introduces Apple Intelligence, revolutionizing the way you interact with your device. With Image Playground, you can generate stylized images of you and your friends. Genmoji lets you create custom emojis, adding a personal touch to your messages. Siri now integrates with ChatGPT, providing more advanced responses and image generation. Visual Intelligence identifies objects and places around you with just a long press on the camera control button. Rewrite writing tools now offer more styles, allowing you to customize the tone of your content. Apple Intelligence supports English in more countries, including Australia, Canada, and the UK. Camera control on iPhone 16 now lets you lock auto exposure and focus settings. Mail app categorization helps you organize important emails, deals, and newsletters. The tweaked video player and Photos app offers a more immersive viewing experience. Safari now warns you about insecure connections and offers HTTPS priority. Track Safari downloads on your lock screen in Dynamic Island. Voice Memos allows layering of 2 tracks and direct import to Logic Pro. Find My introduces Share Item Location, helping you locate lost items with ease. Apple Music supports natural language search for genres, moods, and activities. Apple TV app now offers casual language search for movies and shows. Podcasts app introduces favorite categories and personalized search. Apple News Plus adds daily Sudoku puzzles for subscribers in the United States. Stocks app now provides pre-market price quotes for NASDAQ and NYSE tickers. AirPods Pro hearing test feature expands to more countries. Apple Arcade section in the App Store gets new filter options. EU users can now delete core apps like Safari and Messages. Default apps section in settings lets you manage your preferred apps. Volume limit option controls the maximum volume of your iPhone speaker. Control Center adds quick access for Type to Siri and updates icons. iPhone mirroring now works with personal hotspot connections. Fitness app shortcut actions offer new options for creating shortcuts. Music recognition feature now shows where you were when identifying a song.
Thanks, Mark, for running down those 2 great stories this week. Now, it's over to our lead reporter, Jenny, to take us through the top 3 news stories.
Moving on to our 3rd story this week. This week, Google jumped into the agentic era, releasing DeepMind's Gemini 2.0. Gemini 2.0 is not just an upgrade, it's a revolution in AI capabilities. Imagine an AI that can natively generate images and audio, and even use tools. Developers and trusted testers are already getting their hands on Gemini 2.0 Flash. Wider availability is planned for early next year, bringing this power to more users. Google is exploring agentic experiences with projects like Astra, Mariner, and Jules. Project Astra is a universal AI assistant prototype, now more capable with Gemini 2.0. Astra can converse in multiple languages and understand accents and uncommon words. It uses Google Search, Lens, and Maps to assist you in everyday life. Project Mariner explores human-agent interaction, starting with your browser. Mariner can understand and reason across information on your browser screen. It uses an experimental Chrome extension to complete tasks for you. Jules is an AI-powered code agent that integrates directly into a GitHub workflow. Jules can tackle issues, develop plans, and execute them under developer supervision. Google DeepMind is also using Gemini 2.0 to enhance gaming experiences. Agents can help you navigate virtual worlds and offer real-time suggestions. Collaborations with game developers like Supercell are testing these capabilities. Beyond virtual worlds, Gemini 2.0's spatial reasoning is being applied to robotics. Google is committed to building AI responsibly, with safety and security as priorities. Extensive risk assessments and safety evaluations are part of the development process. Gemini 2.0's reasoning capabilities enhance AI-assisted red teaming for safety. Privacy controls and measures against unintended actions are built into Project Astra. Project Mariner prioritizes user instructions over potentially malicious external sources. Gemini 2.0 Flash is available now to developers via the Gemini API in Google AI Studio. Multimodal input and text output are available to all developers. Text-to-speech and native image generation are available to early access partners. A new multimodal live API supports real-time audio and video streaming input. Gemini 2.0 is also available in the Gemini app, enhancing the AI assistant experience. Early next year, Gemini 2.0 will expand to more Google products. Gemini 2.0, pushing the frontiers of AI to organize and make information truly useful. Our number 2 story this week involves the US Supreme Court. TikTok has petitioned the Supreme Court to step in before it's forced to shut down the app in the US next month. Requesting a temporary injunction, TikTok prompted the Supreme Court to block the ban and grant a review. According to TikTok, it makes no sense to force the app to shut down on January 19th, if the very next day, Trump will take office and pause or otherwise intervene with enforcement. There is a reasonable possibility that the new administration will pause enforcement of the act or otherwise seek to mitigate its most severe potential consequences, TikTok argued. Not only did Trump promise to save TikTok, but his incoming national security advisor has said that the US absolutely needs to allow the American people to have access to that app. First Amendment experts have pointed out that Trump could plan to save TikTok simply by forcing a sale to a US buyer. In its petition, TikTok reminded the Supreme Court that it has repeatedly held that disclosure is the least restrictive alternative that is typically required to remedy misleading sources of speech. TikTok argued that Congress showed no hint that it ever seriously considered disclosure as a remedy instead of an outright ban. If the current lower court's verdict stands, TikTok alleged, then Congress will have free rein to ban any American from speaking simply by identifying some risk that the speech is influenced by a foreign entity. But if the Supreme Court agrees that the government needed to show more than bare factual assertions to back national security claims, the lower court said justified any potential speech restrictions, then the court will also likely agree to reverse the lower court's decision, TikTok suggested. It will become much clearer by January 6 whether the January 19th ban will take effect, at which point TikTok would shut down, booting all US users from the app. Congress is also aware that a sale would not be technically, commercially, or legally possible in the timeframe provided, TikTok said. A temporary injunction would prevent irreparable harms, TikTok said, including the irreparable harm courts have long held is caused by restricting speech of Americans for any amount of time. And our number 1 story this week is a number 1 achievement. A humanoid robot developed by Toyota has shattered records, achieving the longest basketball shot ever made by a bot. CUE6 made history with an incredible 80 feet, 6 inches shot, marking its place in the Guinness World Records. This isn't the first time CU has amazed the world. Back in 2019, CUE3 scored the most consecutive throws by a robot, reaching 2,020 shots. The journey to this record wasn't easy. CU6's first attempt hit the rim and bounced away. But it didn't give up. The technology behind CU is groundbreaking, initially developed by 9 Toyota engineers in their free time to test AI's precision in physical tasks. Basketball was chosen to push the robot's limits, starting with humble beginnings using Lego components. Over time, CU evolved, gaining skills like picking up a ball, scoring from the three-point line, and even dribbling. By the 6th generation, CU6's throwing skills had become remarkably advanced, thanks to AI and machine learning. Project leader Tomohiro Nomi revealed that CUE developed its own effective throwing style, adjusting posture, arm position, and shot strength. With ambitious goals ahead, the next step for CU is to run, and maybe one day, dunk like Michael Jordan. If you liked this video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And feel free to drop a comment down below.